evening.
Yes.
Welcome to Damage Does D&D. Tonight we are back in Helloran. Well, possibly in Helloran, possibly somewhere else. Who really knows where anybody is? In fact, Yorick, why don't you tell us what's going on?
Aerials. Oh, I
Cool.
can hear myself echoing.
That was an echo there.
Aerials. So, with Florian disappearing, we are left stranded. Nice place to be stranded. A little warm, but still a problem. I mean, there aren't even any pubs here. Trelador wanted me to talk to you. I could tell he's worried for Florian, though he pretends he doesn't care. Masking fear with bravado, he's a tale as old as the dwarven race. And even though he's tall and shaven again now, he's just like me and Gus on the inside. Or maybe it's more that we're all kind of just people on the inside, just trying our best against the difficult circumstances life throws at us. And we should all just love and accept each other and try and make the best of it together. Nah, that's silly. Best leave the thinking to Gus. As soon as I spoke to you, well, not you, but the Reox that answered me, I could tell he wasn't you, but he said that dragons don't exist yet. But he knows they will exist, so he knows the future. That means you must know the future as well, Reox. You're just so amazing. Which means that you already must know that we get back home okay, or you would have done something to stop us coming. That makes me feel better. He didn't have much advice to offer other than have a drink, but it's always good advice, but not really too helpful in this situation. After that, there was a few conversations and thoughts. Melissa spoke to Remora as well, but that just gave us the same option as before we got here. Go home but lose the best, so that's out. Melissa also said something about Vale being here. She must have ended up here when she last used the well, but Melissa didn't say anything about rescuing her, so I assume she wants to stay. Gus had another amazing thought that Bridris must stay here and grows up to become Shine. Makes total sense to me. Celeste heard something flying towards us. Something big. We all instinctively headed for the trees. Definitely seemed like a dragon. So I start giving the group the rundown on how to take down a dragon, avoid the mouth, stop it from flying, and so on. My friends, on the other hand, didn't seem to understand the danger they might be in. Suddenly, there was someone else next to us who started asking about my tactics. Turns out this person's Zenariel, the god. You're Mumbriox. So that changes things. She's equally nice and scary all in one. A bit like Auntie Sybil. Then the yellow dragon lands. She's not as nice as Scenario. Not hostile, just sort of like she works in the pub and it's kicking out time. Like, she's perpetually 5 minutes from the end of her shift. I think I'd be grumpy all the time then too. She does, however, want to send us back to where we came from. So that's handy. Wonder what Florian's been up to.
Oh. Yeah, what has Florian been up to? Florian?
It certainly wasn't what I intended, but I'm here now and I have to make it back. I'm sure the others will call me reckless and stupid, but I had to try. Yark told us how the well works. I was sure we kept ending up in a random place because we weren't all thinking of the same time and place. Guess I was wrong. But I'm in the abyss. I've read about this place. Demons rule here, and they always like to fight. Even more reason to try and get out of here as quickly as possible. But from that behemoth of a demon over there, I fear it won't be easy. I'm fast, very fast, so I start running, but it isn't going to be enough. This thing is big and too quick. I dodge change, sharp jagged rocks, trying to confuse this thing using my own blood, but it doesn't work. Eventually, I decide to talk, hoping it may help, but we both know I'm just going to try and stall this. I mean, I can't keep running forever. So I stop. We start talking, and this demon turns his look into a bizarre-looking me, rather than being really tall. It's really weird, and kind of the look intensifies how scared I am, so like on the inside. But I try not to let it show. This thing knows I've been touched by a devil, and also knows that I've been near Balo. it's going to be hard to get anything past him, but I've got to try. I find out that this demon's name is Ganloran, and then tell him about what is happening in our world and what me and my friends have been up to. I then proceed to tell Ganloran about the well, how we have escaped the dangerous situations using it, but not fully knowing how it works. I then proceed to tell him how I thought the well worked and how I tried to use this and test this theory out, but ended up here instead. I tried to lie about not having the well on me, but it doesn't work. He sees right through it. He wants the well, so now I do the only thing I can do, survive. I make... I've lost my place. I make a deal with him. I tell them the name of the devil that is using me and my sister, and they seem very interested. They allow me to go through the well with them, when it works again, but I am now their puppet, helping them to get Fiona as quickly as possible by any means necessary. But at least this might take Fiona off our backs for a while, or at least for good. I just need to try and keep Ganlerod in check as much as I can for as long as I can. After the deal is made, and the well is ready to use again, we jump in. I grab the corner of it, and we end up in a cellar. When or where I do not know, but it seems to be on my plane at least.
So, starting there, you are in the cellar with the demon you've just made a deal with. As he's drawing his sword quietly, as somebody opens the door at the top of the stairs, presumably to come and get something from the cellar. What do you want to do?
I want to still be quiet, but try and reach out my hand over his sword drawing hand.
Okay.
To at least not make him draw that fully. And then I'm gonna be like, and then I'm gonna go, for God's sake, I told you this wasn't the toilet. Again, I was right, you were wrong.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yes, please.
I've closed everything down,
Oops.
including D&D Beyond. 18.
18. Okay. So he goes to swat your hand away. You just miss it. And as you're saying this, a figure sort of pokes a young lad, about mid-20s, sees you and starts to say, "Hey, what are you doing in here? You're not supposed..."
We're both drunk. We're trying to find the toilet. They thought this was here, but it's not. I'm really sorry. Let's just go back out and we'll go to it.
Okay. Make a perception check for me.
Perception check. Ooh, a natural 20.
Nice.
For 23.
Okay, you know this guy. You've seen him before, several times.
Ooh.
His name is Yannick. He works in the Drovers Inn, which is in Dar, the place that Feltis runs, the information broker.
Oh.
Sorry, just
I'd rather be in the
Jay's
abyss.
face.
I'd rather be in the abyss.
It's Yannick, isn't it?
Yeah? What? I know
mean,
you,
we've been here-
right?
Right, we haven't been here in a while, and yeah, I just got confused having a few drinks, and I'm sorry.
So
would you mind us showing?
he sort of steps down a few more of the steps so you can see him sort of framed in the light from the doorway. And he's like, I don't know you, but I know you. So yeah. Ooh. Ganarod is plainly bored with this. Whips out his sword and takes 2 steps forward and slices this boy's head off. Right, enough chit chat. We need to get somewhere so we can wait for this thing to work. We're going to the hells, yes. Now, do as you're told. Let us go upstairs and have a little bit of fun.
If you mean bad drinking, then yeah.
Oh, possibly. There might be drinking afterwards. And
Yeah, drinking the blood of the innocents.
he starts to go up to the stairs, just kicks the body out of the way.
Yeah, I obviously go with him.
As you enter into the bar with Gandarod's sword dripping with blood, and he looks around. You can see, you look around, you can see Feltis sat in his normal chair, speaking to what looks like a tabaxi of some kind. More of a wandering gust, I would say, rather than a
Treading
waters.
What's the from Yannick and from Feltis as well? Time difference? Does it look like years may have passed, or
Make well, I'll use your perception check from earlier. It looks like the present day. You don't think years have passed. Feltis looks the same as he's ever looked. Pretty disgusting. He's sort of playing court as is normal, and you can see his lads are running about serving people. Looks fairly busy.
yeah, I'll just nudge Ganlerod and be like, may know a way quicker than just using the well, so we can leave it straight away.
Excellent. Will it take us to the hells?
Potentially.
Fantastic. Right. He reaches back, swings his sword at the nearest serving boy, and literally chops him almost in half. This kid just
Your soul is stained with their blood, Fiddy.
he starts just laying waste to the bar. What would you like to do? There are people running, screaming. A few. There's a party of elves in the corner. There's about 3 of them. They draw weapons and start to fight, which makes him even more entertained.
Just to make one thing clear.
Yep.
End of last session, I said I grabbed the corner of the well.
Yep.
Do I have the well?
Tell you what, let's resolve that now. As we'll wind back time and do a strength check. Just roll straightforward strength check.
Wow. It's not bad, but I have no pluses.
Would you roll?
16.
16. Yeah, he rolled a 28. So,
Yeah.
no, you do not have the well. He has the well. And he has...
Okay.
Good try,
he's
though.
literally wading through blood at the moment, approaching Feltis. You can see there are people running out the doors. And he lifts a hand and poof, the door shuts, slams shut, trapping everybody inside. What do you want to do?
Really? Straight away? And... fucking hell. I try and help as many people as I can. He hasn't told me to do anything yet.
No, this is true. He hasn't told it to do anything yet. How are you going to help them?
I will try and smash windows through, anything like that, to make an opening for anybody to try and escape.
Okay, what are you using to smash the windows?
I'll pick up a chair. I'll pick up my quarterstaff, anything. What I think I can just smash that window through.
Make a attack roll.
You strap your bedroll to it first.
Yeah, so nobody gets cut.
No. Fuck you all. An attack roll with what, my quarterstaff
Yep.
or
If you're doing court stuff,
yeah.
yeah.
So 24.
24, yeah. You smash the window through. Helloran looks around and goes, "Ah, people, not things. It's more fun when they squeal. Now, join in. Kill someone. Let's do it." Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Hey man, if
Don't
you're
want
gonna consort with demons,
Yeah, I know. I know. It was me.
You're in the city of religious freak. There's only a matter of time till someone comes along and tries banishing them.
18.
18. Okay, you feel the overwhelming urge to get violent.
Ooh.
Okay.
You need to kill someone.
Okay.
He didn't specify anyone in particular.
I know. That's what I was then about to say. I start hitting Ganlord.
Okay, make an attack roll.
That is 20, non-natural.
20 will hit. Roll your damage.
Escapes from the abyss and immediately dies outside.
5.
5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. Do I get my second
that-
one, or is
yeah,
it
it's just a normal attack.
Yeah.
So as if we were
5 points of bludgeoning damage,
5
non-magical.
points of bludgeoning damage. Okay, yeah. Let me just make a note of
Only
that.
my fists are, because it's my quarterstaff. And that one's only an 18.
18 does not hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just kind of like with failing that wisdom save, which obviously Florian doesn't know about or anything like that, but picture him like kind of really like obviously angry and bloodthirsty of obviously wanting to kill someone, and obviously Florian's mind goes to but nothing was specified.
Yep. No, that's
To the person.
straight up what I expected. So he laughs. Ah, my new pet is amusing. Kill him. Points to Feltis. While he just strides away from you and starts hacking at the elves that have got their weapons up.
Okay. Attack rolls?
Make
Or?
an attack roll.
Fucking hell. It's a natural 19, so like 26.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Um,
Feltis is wearing a silk shirt. It's not heavily armoured. It's not.
the same amount of damage, 5 points of
Yeah.
bludgeoning damage. Yeah, and as well, I'll do it again as if we're doing 2. It's only 17 this time,
Yeah,
but probably
that
still
definitely
hits.
hits.
Yeah. And, fuck's sake, 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Feltis, as you are you hitting with quarterstaff or fists?
Quarterstaff.
Quarterstaff. So you smack, and he's like, he's on the verge of death.
Am I? Oh, hang on. Am I? What is the condition I'm under at the minute? Failing that wisdom saving throw.
That is it's a thing called Demon's Command, which is like the command spell, but it lasts as long as you have a pact with that demon. But you can, every time he asks you to do something, you can make a wisdom saving throw to resist that.
Something tells me that the command spell does interact with charm immunity.
It's not a charm. It's because you've agreed a covenant with him.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah, you
I was
can.
going to say because obviously I could have potentially used stillness of mind too.
Yeah, but you entered into it voluntarily.
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah,
even though you didn't know exactly what was happening.
Okay, so yeah, if I feel like I can potentially fight this
Yeah, oh,
mentally,
absolutely.
I will 100% try that.
Yeah, I mean every sort of command that he issues to you, you can make a wisdom saving throw to resist.
Yeah, so definitely when it comes down to the time that it would be my go again, and Feltus looks on the brink, I would 100% try and resist that.
Absolutely. So, yeah, he is dispatched two of the three elves. You can see serving lads sort of running. Some of them run back down to the cellar.
Has anyone got out the window that was smashed?
Let's have a look. Yes, one of the smaller lads has vanished out through the window.
Good.
So, make your wisdom save.
Okay. I'm gonna chuck all my dice in a bin after tonight, I think, if they keep rolling shy. Yeah, that's only 19 this time.
Yeah, that doesn't make it. Sorry. So, roll your attacks. In fact, you probably only, if you hit, you only need to roll one.
14.
14 still hits.
Fucking hell, Max Savage.
Okay, describe to me how you kill Feltis.
Florian swings down with swings around with the quarterstaff, and you can see kind of like a judder of stopping of movement before he just looks so sad and empty inside, thinking it wouldn't start off this way this quickly. And as he just completely and utterly just hits this Feltis in the neck so hard that it kind of just breaks it.
Yeah.
And he just slumps out of his chair.
Yeah, I think literally he slumps and sort of starts to slide off his chair, his neck completely broken. And Gallerod is having a whale of a time laughing. Yeah. The souls feel good, don't they? As he finishes off the rest of the people in the building. We will switch to the Paradise Island. So, boys and
No
girls.
slaughter currently happening.
Yeah, it'll be fine. We'll let Florian have a little think about what he's done. So, back to the island with both Scenario and Gorilla in a conversation with yours. Gorilla seems to be intent on sending you back to your own times. So, it was a witch that sent you here, therefore I will send you back to when she sent you. As for the rest of you, I will send you back to your time.
Would it be possible that she could just come with us, please? She came with us from our time, so
Indeed.
it makes sense to send her back there with us.
She has found companionship amongst us as friends. I think sending her back to her own time would just leave her completely isolated.
So, okay, tell me, why did you jump through time in the first place? Why was this witch sending you? Was it a curse? Was it was this done deliberately? Did you ask to do this?
I was trying to escape from the lich that wanted me.
A lich. Okay. And this lich is still, as you know, chasing you, or is this lich back in your time?
He is in his phylactery in the possession of a god. I don't.
He's been dealt with in our time, but he would still
Right.
be at large back at our time.
Okay. So he's been dealt with in the time stream that you're currently in. Not this one, obviously the one that you've just come from.
I struck him in the eye with my dagger.
Very poetic, I'm sure. The problem remains. I'm trying desperately to work out a way that you can go back to a place where you're not in danger. I don't want to. But at the same time, maybe you were supposed to be killed by this lich in your time. Who knows? Time is a very strange
Hold on
thing.
one moment. Sorry. You police time, right? You
Well,
make sure that nobody's out of their time where
sort
they
of.
shouldn't be.
Yes, ish.
Because this lich we're talking about, his name was Lork? Lork?
That's right.
Surely you would know of
Yes,
him.
I do indeed know of him, and you say he's been dealt with.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Halo has him.
And if you were to
Balo
send...
has him.
Yes, in the phylactery.
Well, I mean, if Balo has him, then he's in for a very interesting time, depending on your relationship with Balo. And she looks at Celeste.
I don't really have one.
Then he could be set free at any minute then. Unless...
It's not my relationship that matters here.
Is it not? Well, presumably, and she sort of
What
looks around at you all.
matters is...
Yes, okay.
His favourite.
You're his favourite. Well, I suspect that lich is in for a
The
very,
moment.
very bad time indeed. Excellent.
It's not
Right.
often that I say such things, but I hope so.
Oh, Balo can be quite cruel. When he
So can
decides
Lork.
to be. Not on quite the same scale, I would imagine.
No, but
When he
So
wants to
let's
take
send-
my life force to preserve his own, it's not really much worse I can get.
Well,
to send Celeste back to that time would be sending her back into his clutches.
it would,
because he would still be
he
active
would then be able
then.
to kill her. So yes, I agree. I should not be sending Celeste back to her time. However, sending you all back to your time is going to be very difficult. See, normally we would require an anchor, somebody that could pull you back in time or forward in time, depending on where we are currently. Somebody you're close to, somebody you can rely on.
I'm close to Gus and he's a wanker.
Excuse me?
Scenario just sort of like. Oh, I love Riox's children. They're so much fun. Oh, lovely. But, Gorilla is correct.
Sorry,
You need to, a loved one, companion, beloved companion, perhaps.
My family
Question?
is in this same time.
Right, I see.
Would my connection to Shine be a good enough anchor? Because I've pretty much devoted my entire life to him.
Our family's there.
Our families, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
We are part of Madame Miette's caravan.
And my sister remains in the Midwoods.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, the trick is you pick one.
Oh, hey, what about, because we're still missing Florian, right? He's our other friend who came here but then disappeared with the well. Could he be our anchor and then we'd be sent straight to him if he's still alive?
I mean,
If
But that
it's
might not be at the right time that
in
he
our
might join us.
time,
well,
yeah.
if you Gorilla pauses, just like not used to this.
It's a lot to take in.
It is just a lot. So this Florian you speak of, you say he was here
Yeah.
with you.
He took the Well of Many
He
Worlds
took
on
the
his own,
well.
thinking to be able to get back easily. I can only assume.
Well, pun intended. Give me a moment while I locate this Florian. She closes her eyes. And Scenario's like, this should be interesting. She's doing a thing with time. It's always really fascinating when she does it.
He's probably lying down for help.
Does he lie down a lot?
He falls down a lot.
He falls
He's
down
got
a lot.
balance
Oh,
issues.
does he drink? The poor lad.
Not at
No,
all.
he's just uncoordinated.
Oh, how unfortunate. Still,
He tends to be the fastest into battle, and
Well,
First and fourth.
I think that's me.
sometimes, yes, it's the first to fall.
right. Oh, well.
I do try to keep them all alive as best I can.
It is always good to keep your friends alive, I find. Children are difficult to do that with sometimes, but yeah, some of them are more reckless than others. But and Gorilla, her eyes sort of open again. She's right. This Florian fellow, that would be a good anchor. He is in the correct timeline. So
He's safe then. That's good to know.
well, I don't know if he's safe, certainly, but he's certainly in the correct timeline. So, if that's where you wish to go, I can certainly do that.
That would guarantee us all being back together and in the same time.
Would it?
I mean, have we considered staying here? It's quite nice here.
You will not
I have a
stay
feeling
here.
that's not an option.
That is indeed not an option.
Wait, can we just get going then? Because you know, I don't want to take up any more of your time
Certainly.
than we absolutely have to.
Steps away from the group to the sand, draws large circle, starts inscribing things in the sand, just sort of waving her hand in the air, and you can see the sand starting to respond to her.
Thank you, Zorella.
Just one moment. As she finishes up, the sand starts to glow, strange yellow, orange colour, starts to pulse with yellow beams of light. And you can see actually it's the golden sands just sort of popping up off the floor, forming strange runes and swirling symbols. She turns back to you and says, right, run into the sands of time.
Thank you, Gorilla.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Off you pop.
I know Bella's not going to like it, but I'm going to hug them both as I leave.
Uh,
Maximum fur.
Gorilla just like...
I'll
Yeah.
bow to them
But-
both before jumping in.
but Zenario's
But
like...
cats know when
"Oh!"
someone doesn't like them.
Yeah, Zenario gives you a big hug.
Awesome.
She's very
Yeah, I'll
fond
just-
of you.
bow politely to both of them before jumping in.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything before you jump in?
Bye.
Okay. So you run into this sort of swirling sandstorm, and it doesn't hurt like a sandstorm would. It's just sort of weirdly soft. It's like running into candy floss. It's very strange feeling and sensation, and then you get a sensation of being pulled apart. It's like, "Whoa!" And then back together, and you appear in what can only be described as
An abattoir?
a charnel house, an abattoir, a bloodbath. There are bits of body everywhere. There is blood everywhere. Melissa, you see the corpse of Feltis. Neck snapped, slumped down on the floor. Serving boys just cut to pieces.
A nasty man, but undeserving of fate. Florian?
I'm going to run about, see if there's anybody still alive that I could possibly save.
Make a medicine check.
So,
Well, someone's been
22.
busy.
22. Looking at the state of these bodies, pretty much only Feltis is whole, and he has a broken neck. There is nobody here that has got all of their limbs or indeed their head.
What on earth has happened here?
Murder.
And as the rest of the bar, as you start to look around, you can see this tall human figure, tall, muscly, long dark hair, sort of hanging down over his face to about halfway down his back, just matted with blood in it. Large, double-handed sword with a big claw hilt on the end of it, standing there grinning, and beside him, staff bloodied, Florian, you see more people appear, and as Ganarod looks to them, you recognise your friends. So, who wants to do what?
I want to shoot him.
Do I recognise what this guy might be?
Oh, absolutely. This is a demon in human
I don't
form.
care. I'm going to shoot him.
Okay, roll to hit.
It's exactly what Gus would do. He
Yep.
probably thinks that Florian's about to get his head chopped off. Oh, God, no, that's no good. 15 minus 5, so that's 10 to hit.
Absolutely not.
Second shot.
The bolt goes.
This
Time
time,
travel orientation.
21 to hit.
21, unfortunately, does not hit.
Stand still, will you?
Melissa's instinct will kick in, and we'll just cast a pair of Eldritch Blasts at him.
Okay, roll to hit.
Just balls to the wall, doesn't care about the situation, or doesn't care about the magic, cares about the situation. 9 to hit.
No.
Bloody hell.
Come on, you guys.
That's a little bit different. That's a natural 20, however.
Yeah, that'll hit.
The more concerning thing is that he's going to be able to tell that this is hellish magic.
Yep.
But crit Eldritch Blast, 13 points of force damage.
13 points of force damage. You can see because into him. He's like, more toys to play with, and there's this big snort noise.
Be careful, everyone.
Devil spawn.
He's demon. He could do
These-
anything.
These are my friends. Don't.
You would give me commands, pet.
The pact.
The what?
Florian, explain quickly.
I'm going to kill that one first.
Just run,
He points.
please.
He points at
I
Ferenz.
don't have control.
Then I'm going to kill the others one by one, and I'm going to make that one. And he points at you, Melissa. Watch, because she's the devil.
I may not like her.
Can
but
I? Sorry.
I'm
Yeah.
not above calling Fiona to get rid of you.
Oh, call her. This is what I crave. I crave her. I'm going to rip her to pieces.
I'm going to try a cold person. I don't know if he counts as a humanoid, but I'm going to try it anyway.
You can certainly try.
Can I just
Sorry.
clarify something?
Yeah.
I can act on my own free will
Mm-hmm.
unless he has commanded me to do something, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but the overarching part of the deal is you want... The deal was you get him to Fiona as quickly as possible. No,
Yeah.
doesn't matter what it takes to get there.
Florian, you're keeping some strange company these days.
Didn't end up where I wanted to. I'm here now.
How did your whole person
You're-
go?
It's a wisdom save.
Oh, a wisdom save. Okay.
DC 17.
You're a damned idiot, Florian.
That's a 26.
I'm going to shoot him again.
Okay.
Just don't shoot. Just get out of here, and I'll get him to where he needs to be.
What? Sorry, what are you talking about? What is going on?
Maybe we should just listen to him for once.
That's a miss. And that's a miss.
Can you make Gus stop shooting?
Gus, please. You keep me saying you've either drunk too much or too little, so
Just
just
keep
sort it out.
dodging.
Look, I've just got to get him to Fiona as quickly as possible. He said by whatever means, so if the path is clear, we'll just get there. I've got a plan.
Oh,
Does
Jesus.
that include like the 25 dead people I've just seen? Is that part of your plan? What is
I had a plan after that happened. I didn't think we were going to end up here. The
It
first
seems
jump
like
back
you've
to the
done
well.
a really poor job of planning, me. And I think that going forward, once if we do survive this, your decision-making privileges are removed indefinitely.
This is probably not the right time to do this. We could all bollock him later, but at the moment, we need to make some decisions. And if Florian is telling us to go, maybe we need to trust him. As reckless and as stupid he is, but... Well, I'm gonna go.
And just
Lucky-
whilst everyone stood there, I'll just turn to him and be like, "You want to get there as quickly as possible, right, Ganlorad?
Absolutely.
Then follow me." And I'll attempt to start walking out of the inn.
Okay.
And basically, I will quickly scurry the part of the map I was making of our journey at the beginning, and just glance over it quickly and start walking towards the area of where we came out of the hills in that mountain.
You mean on the other side of the river?
Yeah, you got to get across the river and up the hills.
Yeah, I will just. I'm just
Yeah, sure.
making haste away from people.
Okay. He doesn't follow. He looks at Melissa. You would call her here. Then fucking do so. Or I will just eat you.
Melissa's very conflicted. I don't know what. I've sent you some
Yeah,
clarification on what I said.
Roll a d20 for me.
See, this I don't know if I want high or low.
Nope. I'll let you know when you've rolled.
Here we go. I'm going to do it on my character sheet. That everyone can see how badly I'll do this. It's a good roll in most contexts.
It
18.
is. Okay. There is that old familiar tickle at the back of your head, at the back of your mind, that sort of tiny little itch. And then her voice pops through. Oh. We're using our powers again, are we? How splendid. And what is it you require, darling child?
I just say... God, I need to say this really fucking carefully.
Bearing in mind that I just said what his name was to him in the room before I started walking out.
The demon Ganlarad is chasing you. Help me put him down. And then leave me be.
You're in a space with Gandarod, and you need my help.
He'll find you and kill you if you don't deal with it.
He can certainly try, but I suspect
Otherwise, he'll kill
you
me
first.
and
Yeah,
Florian
that's
and everyone here and interrupt your ritual.
yeah. You already did that, so I'm not best pleased with you. We may have to have words.
And I'm not with you.
Well, the problem is, you have your powers that I've granted you through that idiot sister of mine. But I cannot come to your realm. Yet. I can send something if you really want a gift from me. How much do you need my help?
How dangerous does this guy look? Am I familiar with the name?
Make a history check.
It must be really dangerous because I can't hit him, and I'm brilliant.
16.
Fair logic.
Well, yeah, you're more familiar with devils than demons, to be fair. But even you have heard of Gandarod. Searching your memory, your musing, your readings, and probably something Florian told you. This is a major demon. This is a demon lord. It's probably, whilst not quite the equivalent of a prince of hell, it's pretty close. This guy has just wiped out a tavern in a minute or less, with Florian's help, obviously. But you're looking around. You know that Florian didn't do these cuts. This is not Florian's style. He doesn't do an edge weapon. Everything has been cut into pieces.
Yeah, I could probably guess the one bit of help that Florian had. Yeah.
If you want to make an insight check to see.
Going off of the fact that everything is cut here and there's one body that isn't, and that one body is blunt force.
Yeah, I mean, the insight check would be really low DC, to be honest, for you.
I'm just making an assumption.
Well,
no.
What's it to be?
No.
Shall I send you some gifts? To
No.
deal with your problem? It's not my problem. He can't get here.
Well, he probably has the will of many worlds. But you know what? No, I don't need your help. In fact, I don't want your help. You can take these powers all you want. I do not want to hear your name again. I don't even know why I invoked you.
Yeah, darling, you called me. Not the other way around.
And I'm just going to block her out.
Okay.
I'm just going to try and block her out. And just kind of... I'm still kind of like in that like ready for action pose, but it's probably obvious that I don't have anything.
Okay, so as you sort of come back to the room, Gandarod's face is about an inch away from yours. He's stooping down at you. You talk to the prince. Get her here. Now.
She can't get here. We stopped her from getting here.
Okay.
She shouldn't be here, and neither should you.
Excellent. Does a 26 hit?
Yes.
Okay. You take 15 points of bludgeoning damage as he just swings his fist at you, clonks you on the side of the head. Make a strength saving throw.
Natural 20 for 19.
Yeah, you manage to stay on your feet, but it's difficult. And he turns, starts to walk out the door after Florian.
Well,
You're okay.
Yeah, Corinne steps over and Debbie's Melissa.
I'm hopeless.
Who?
Sorry.
Hold still for a moment. I need to do this before it starts to swell. You won't be able to talk otherwise. And he just sort of like cups Melissa's face and casts the second level joins.
You've gone
Honestly,
very
maybe it's
quiet
better if I
again.
don't. Maybe it's better if I don't talk.
while that's happening, I would like to nudge the dwarves,
Yeah.
all three of them, and just say to them, we need to get out there and clear the streets.
We need to what?
Clear the streets. Reduce the number of targets for the demon to hit.
Well, if we, I think, start just sort of fucking him up, then everyone else might clear out naturally.
Or we can do that.
I don't think we can. I think we need to. I think he's a bit beyond our ability. Even mine.
He's a demon lord. He's almost on par with our friend in the hells. There's
what?
not.
Gonna let him stroll off, start murdering people as he goes.
Do you think
I'm out of ideas. I don't want to call upon her powers because that's an awful idea. I don't know why I even decided to do it.
do you want me to try and banish him? 'Cause, I mean, I
You can
tell them
try,
from
but
doing, but
I'll try
you may
that too.
resist it.
Yeah, friends, you try it. If it doesn't work, I'll try. Okay?
Why can't I do this?
well, we could try and do it together and see if
If
we
you're gonna do
You're
it, go do
better
it
at
before he
taking
kills
things,
anyone.
Talador.
Right, come on, Yorick. Let's go and give this a try. And I think if we try and do it together, we might succeed. I guess.
Dunno. Let's try.
Okay,
Come on,
so you're running after him to try and banish him, yeah?
Yes.
Double checking I have spell prepared.
And he's with me now, yeah?
Yeah, he's caught up to you.
I do. Haha.
You're running along behind Yorick, making sure he's okay, doesn't trip over his own feet like he's prone to.
I'm just acting like an absolute crazed person in the middle of the street, keep him walking, just to make as much noise for people to see this
Yep.
fucking massive
Okay, make a
evil
performance
looking
check.
person. Jazz hands.
Look at that guy.
Performance, I was only a +1. Oh, 17 there.
17. Yeah, I mean, describe to me what you do. Are you,
So yeah, I am just at like quarterstaff is instead of like using it as like a walking stick as such, not like an actual walking stick, you know what I mean, like
Yeah,
hiking stick, absolutely just in the air and sort of like just absolutely just like making as much noise as I can, not making much sense, and just basically without telling people that we're coming to like enrage me even
Get
more,
away.
just if they notice this thing coming covered in blood
yeah.
with me acting really fucking crazy, I'm hoping that they just try and just disperse the streets and
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely be
to
like,
be
right,
fair, you are also blood splattered. I mean, it wasn't a
Yeah.
large room.
no.
Okay, yeah, I'll say on that roll, people first start to sort of, oh, there's something going on. It's Dar, after all. Something fun happening. And then clock the two of you and think, most of them think, nah, not getting involved in that.
What I will actually do as well, if I can, just to add a bit of flavour to this, I will, because I still have it, I just haven't really used it. I will have out on show for the first time in a long time, pretty much since the last time we were at Dar, hoping that the last incident at the temple we had is still in people's minds and that it was a bad place to go. Just have my temples necklace
Okay, sure.
and just absolutely just
Okay, so Florian is convincingly gone a bit snow, and yeah, is leading this demon lord through the town to the docks to get across the river. So there were two priest types running after to cast banishment. Who wishes to go first?
It was your idea.
Well, should we do it together, Mr. Yorick? And see if we can...
I don't know if magic quite works like that.
Well, we can give it a bash. I don't anticipate this is going to be successful. It will probably end up killing me, but I will do it because it's the right thing to do.
Okay. So what's the save I'm going for?
18.
18 wisdom, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's a charisma save.
Charisma save. Ooh.
Yeah. I'm not anticipating this is going to be successful because he's probably got a stupidly.
Yeah, he rolled a natural 16, so yeah, he's beaten that quite easily. Yorick?
Yeah. Don't think. I was thinking, have I got something that forces disadvantage? Different character. Jag can do that.
Yeah.
Why isn't it Sunday? Yeah, I'm just going to try the same thing. I'll just try a banishment.
Okay. Same save?
Same save, same DC.
18 charisma.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a picture of that.
Please tell me it's like a natural 1. It only takes one bad roll, guys.
Let me just move those on.
It's always a 5% chance.
This is going to be the equivalent of I loosened it up for you.
Everyone now goes to their phones.
Oh, come on, bloody phone. Stop messing about.
I second that.
He doesn't have
Anticipated message ever.
I will put it in the WhatsApp. There you go. Here we are, WhatsApp. Damage D&D. Saving throw, right?
Yeah.
1. Oops.
Can you say what it is yet?
So,
On the downside, there goes the
Interesting.
well.
So,
to be honest,
a
probably
natural
better
one.
for us.
So, as Ferenz fires off the banishment spell, and nothing appears to happen. Yorick, you rock up. Explain to me what it looks like when Yorick casts the banishment spell.
So I guess actually in sort of line with what Friends was saying, like I picture Friends sort of holding it, trying to force this spell through, and I just sort of saddle up next to him and just cast the same thing, and just a slightly different glow of energy comes out.
Fused together. Okay, that's cool.
I just have this image of like Ryork's hammer reaching down and just hammering him back down into the ground.
I mean,
It just through a portal you can't see in the pavement.
Yeah, large hammer just appeared out of nowhere.
A cage of like multi-effervescent scale, and then just the hammer comes out of nowhere and hammers into play.
Yeah.
You've got a real hammer.
Ganlerod vanishes. Florian, you spinning round and shouting, and you suddenly feel this sort of release of pressure that you didn't realise was there.
Ooh.
And it's shit. That was a horrific thing you just did. But the demon is no longer here.
I think they'll all see Florian just kind of, not crumple is the wrong word, but just drop to his knees on the ground and just, will just be there in a static state of.
I'm gonna run over and check on him.
That spell you just did, you two. Well, we did. I mean, we're a group and all
Friends
that.
is going to step across, sort of like he doesn't trust what's just happened with Florian, so he's going to step across Yorick and sort of just put himself in the way, knowing that Yorick's got to hold this spell. So that he to make it permanent, to make sure it stays there.
Yeah, concentration a minute, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't slap it at a mosquito, okay?
Yeah, nobody touch Yorick. Okay, cool. So,
So yeah, I'm checking Florian out.
make a medicine check.
I think
And
while
not for
she's,
healing, right?
I think while she's doing that, Florian will just start repeatedly punching the ground, just in anger.
17.
17. I mean, he doesn't look badly injured. Maybe mentally. He's punching the ground repeatedly after all.
Florian, stop. And I'm just going to shake him and just keep repeating the word stop until he stops.
I think he'll just, being a monk, is just absolutely just, hitting the ground.
Are you using your human fist or your stone fist?
It would be probably my stone fist. It's up my right hand, so it would be my right.
Okay.
Kind of canonically myself made him right-handed because that
Fair
was
enough.
the stone fist. So just
Yep. Okay, so yeah, you are repeatedly punching the road surface.
Florian,
And it keeps, you keep going and going. You can see the cracks appearing in
Just leave him. He needs to work this out.
the cobbled street here.
yeah.
He can't do any more damage.
Miss Melissa, Mr. Gus, could you help form a ring around Mr. Yorick, because we've got to keep him safe. Make sure this spell goes through.
How long does this spell last?
Just need to think about it for a minute, boy.
Don't worry, no one's going to get past me.
I know your shot's been on point tonight, isn't it?
Shut up. I'll let you myself.
Well, just make sure if you're shooting that Yorick's not anywhere in front of you, because you're most likely to hit him.
Hey, don't be rude to it.
I wasn't. I'm just stating a fact. We don't want somebody to hit you, so more than likely he's going to hit you.
if Florian doesn't stop punching the ground, I'm going to take a risk and put my hand in the hole that he's punching. Try and get him to stop.
Do you stop?
No.
Okay.
I'm in this like blind, like how to describe it? Like angry, incandescent, in a rage with myself.
Make
from
an
what has just
attack
happened.
roll for me for your punch, your unarmed strike.
Mr. Teller, going.
So
going
natural
there.
19.
Go and
Yeah.
get her before she
I'm
gets
guessing that
herself into
hits.
any trouble.
Roll
because
damage?
he's not going to stop, is he?
He's not going to stop. I did say just to let them get out. It's like a toddler, you know. You just have to let them cry out for a bit.
You're quite lucky it's a 1 on the dice, so you take 6 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
Go and get her because we can do without other people being injured as well.
Well, it's too late now. He's just hit her.
You leave your hand there? Or do you take
Celeste, what are you doing?
Bearing in mind,
No,
it's
I'm going to
a-
leave my hand now.
It's
Okay.
a coupled. It's a coupled. This might
Coupled
take 2 or
streak.
3 tries, but yeah, I'm doing it so fast. It's like
Make another attack roll, please.
I did warn her. You know, actions has consequences. Although our party don't really believe in that.
yeah, natural 17.
Yeah. Damage again.
Fuck me, you're getting lucky. It's another 1.
So another.
So another
6 points.
6 points.
What is this
And
achieving?
it would more than likely happen one more time until
Yep.
Florian would notice that
Okay,
it's
roll it again.
it's changed. It's a natural 20.
Roll your damage.
So 2, so 4, so 9 points.
9 points of damage. So you've just taken 21 points of damage to your hand. I'm going to say your hand is incredibly broken because it's a single point of impact. Your fingers are, finger bones are crushed. This is going to be very difficult, even with healing, to be able to use your hand again. So, yeah, this is.
It'd be funny if it was Celeste's hand that she has the stone finger on, and that's the only one that's working.
Is it?
No, I think it's the other one.
Okay.
But I only had a pinky, top of my pinky that was.
Right. So, do you leave your hand there or do you take it away? This is incredible pain. Just about every bone in your hand is broken and smashed.
Cobbled floor with a stone hand.
Stone floor with a stone hand smashing down on it. It's going to be pulp. So
I'm going to stay.
you stay. Roll again.
Yeah, it's at least a couple more. Well, I said that last time, so this is probably the last time until I actually see
Okay.
or take note of anything happening. But yeah,
Roll it.
of it being different. That is 6, so 13 this time.
No. So what I'll say is that you, on that 13, you go to hit, realise in your mind that the floor is less hard than it was.
Yeah.
And you've got
slightly
sticky
higher.
fingers.
And yeah, your stone fist is running with blood.
Yep, so I stop.
I cast command on maybe name is Florian.
Yeah, what do you cast?
Command.
Okay.
And I just say stop.
So wisdom save?
Yeah.
What's the
And I'm
DC?
not. I've built 11. I'm not
11.
really a spellcaster.
It's
No,
a
I
call
wouldn't
that
know. I
counts.
was going to ask something, but I wouldn't know because of the
No, you are.
tormented mage. Yeah. Yeah, that's 15.
So makes. What do you say?
I just say stop.
Okay. Oh, you hear Trellador say stop, and you realise you've been mashing Celeste's hand into a paste.
Are you pleased with yourself?
He's very silent.
Finished
Stands up.
having your tantrum?
I think will look down at Celeste and be like, I'm sorry. And then we'll just continue to keep walking out of Dar.
I'm going to use lay on hands on Celeste.
Okay.
Pun intended?
lay on mush of bone.
Do I
and-
realise what he's going to do?
What? Trenador?
Yeah.
You can make an insight check if you want.
Would you even be compass mentis enough with the amount of pain you're going to be in to be able
Absolutely
to do
not. You've never
It's only
seen.
12 anyway.
Yeah, I mean no. With a 12,
that? Because your
the
bones are
pain
basically
is.
gravel.
Yeah, your hand is just mush.
Yeah, I use everything I got, so it's 15.
15.
Mr. Yorick, if you don't mind, I'm going to go and get him before he gets himself runs off and
So
You might want to put that on ice or something.
you can feel the healing magics working, but the hand is just limp. There's nothing.
I have one question, Celeste. What did you hope to achieve?
I didn't want him to hurt himself.
That you wanted him to hurt you?
It was his stone hand he was smashing into the ground. He was obviously frustrated. He wasn't really going to do that much damage to himself, was he? And look what he's done to you. I don't even think my or even your healing is going to be able to fix that in a hurry.
Not even mine will fix that.
I mean, Yorick can't heal. And I
He
wink.
can. He healed me. Sometimes.
Okay.
Florian will just be walking to the rock everybody hid behind when we were initially coming into Dar.
Okay.
When we were trying to be
Sneaky.
all sneaky, and we'll just, if Ferenz is following him, we'll just find him sat behind that,
Okay.
looking into the distance. Just
Okay. Miet, what are you up to at the minute? 'Cause I know
Mostly
roughly
watching the
what
chaos
everybody else-
unfold.
Okay. Make a perception check for me. And as you're watching, I'll see if you can do it with advantage.
Nope. I was wrong button. That was an 18. Or 25.
25.
Oh, yeah, let's take 25.
Yeah,
25.
Okay, 25. Okay, so Florian has gone off that way. Ferenz is chasing. Everybody else is stood here, apart from Melissa, who's vanished.
I'm standing with my crossbow out, looking around for someone who might hurt Yorick. Although I'm pretty sure the minute's over by now, isn't it?
I'll
So
say
nobody's
yes.
told me.
The minute is up. The demon
But no
has
one's
not
told me,
reappeared.
so I'm on guard like this.
Yeah, the demon has not reappeared.
And
So,
everyone's here but Melissa.
yeah. So,
Head back to the building we came from to see if she's still there.
she's not in the pub. You do see her further down the road sitting on some rubble that used to be the Temple of the Broken Heart.
Head down to her.
Melissa, you see Miet approaching.
Did they deal with it?
He's gone.
That's good. It's a good job that, you know, they have you and Ferenz and Yorick all on hand.
Between all of us, we managed to have one or two mostly functioning people.
I'm most certainly lowering that.
Well, you have your charms.
I'm frustrated with Florian, but I'm downright angry at myself. I've, every time we come up to something concerning a devil or a demon, and I just go straight back to those powers. Straight back to those magic that has damned and cursed me. And I...
If I may suggest, if you want to break a habit, it's no good just to give something up entirely. You have to replace it with something else.
I don't know what there is that I could.
You talk to Remora, don't you? Is she willing to
but
provide aid?
I don't know if she's the one to really do stuff like that. I mean, death is just...
I mean, yes, she may not be willing, given that if everyone goes through her realm eventually, but may not for to ask. Or you could try Trellador's route, become a dwarf.
As fabulous as it would be, I don't think a beard would suit me.
I don't know. I think everyone should try for at least once.
I do have the hair color for it. But
I mean, there's only shine.
I don't know. The only time I've ever really felt where I needed to be, where I was supposed to be with faith, was here. I motioned to the pile of rubble behind me.
When you had Veil.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not confusing faith with a relationship?
It was kind of both.
Mm.
I mean, I came to the wondrous city of Dar, running away from a family who didn't love me. And I found someone who did. But in our foolishness, I'm dealing with a burden, and she's having to hide far, far away from here. I honestly don't think I'll ever get to see her again. And if it hadn't have been for the importance of saving Dakota or helping y'all, I don't know.
Well, you'll have to ask Florian where the well is, but it may be possible for you to go to where Veil is and hide with her.
I don't know. The connection I still have, that's the danger. She
perhaps that's the danger of when the world's young.
It was, but
gods have accumulated much power.
I don't know. Gorilla seemed quite intent on us not being there.
Yes, 8 of us is a lot. This is why I'm suggesting one person could hide. Or 2, if they hide well.
I don't know. If Florian still had the well, I don't think he would have been in that situation.
Depending on where I dropped him.
Well, somewhere bad if he befriended the demon. Well, made a deal with one at least.
Well, the demon wanted to attack our fiery friends, so it could have ended well for us. Apart from these laws in the city.
I don't know. Demon being out of the abyss just doesn't feel right. I'm fighting the instinct to just lie in this rubble and just go with the temple. I'm the only one left of it. And with stunts like that, I feel like I'm just a detriment to all of you.
You people with your obsession with fixed abodes. The
Sorry, I
temple is
didn't-
not where the rubble lies, it is where the people are.
I
Your
just
family is
motioned-
where you are with people. Yeah, it's fine, so it's only you left, so the temple is where you are. It can be whatever you want it to be. I will stand up and I will pull Melissa to her feet. Unless she's going to make me contest it.
No.
No.
Melissa's not in a...
Fighting mood.
No. The fight went out of her with that punch.
I know things are hard, but giving up is easy. It's the easiest thing you can do, but nothing good ever comes from it.
That's true.
Maybe you don't know what to do yet, but that's okay. You don't have to know what to do all of the time. I'm very certain the dwarves don't know what they're doing half of the time, and things still turn out well for them.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure being a dwarf means that you're born lucky. I mean, those two can get into anything and get out of it just fine.
Being the favourite of a deity has some advantages, I'll say.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true.
So I don't think we're looking at the average dwarven example here. Now, as friends,
you go on.
I was going to say, as friends said to us on the island, it's sometimes you don't know what to do, and when that happens, you rely on your friends.
Yeah.
We have been traveling together for almost a year and have managed to keep each other alive, which I think is incredibly impressive given what we've been through.
Yeah, I mean, that's quite true.
So just lean on us for a little bit longer until you know what to do.
Yeah. I've got a thought, but it might work, it might not.
Well, then all you have to do is think it for the moment.
Yeah.
But we should rejoin the others so we can decide what to do next.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Is Florian okay?
He left the city, but friends is with him.
Okay.
Speaking
let's go back.
We will leave Miette and Melissa walking back to the group, and we will see what Ferenz and Florian are doing.
Okay. As Ferenz approaches, obviously he's quite perceptive, and he sort of moves towards Florian, but he doesn't speak to him. He just kneels down in front of him and just takes his non-stone hand, and he slides a small platinum ring onto it. And I'm going to try something using the warding bomb spell, because I think so. Super ends for Florian's going to be, he's not going to be taking physical damage, but he's going to be doing mental damage to himself because of what's happened.
Right.
So Ferenz wants to use the mystical bond that warding bond creates.
Okay.
To, in the short term, try and share that load with him to at least stop him going into full spiral.
Okay.
Calidor Ferenz is after your man.
Yeah.
Being a cunt, so he's going.
Florian, Ferenz tries to put a ring onto your finger. What do you do?
Start punching again.
Yeah, it's probably best stone hand to the face.
As friends would have walked up, you'd have just seen Florian just with the necklace of the temple, just kind of like in his hand, like swinging like a pendant. And would have then seen Florian like chuck this in front of him, like discarding it essentially.
Yep.
And yeah, would have noticed obviously you come there, and I would definitely pull my hand away for sure.
Okay.
As a reaction to that, and would be like, no, don't touch me.
Right.
I'm not mad for what I've done. It's just mad for what I was made to do in that bar. It was not nice. It was not nice at all.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I am going to sit next to you and I want you to get it all out. And I want you to tell me if you can, and just get it all out. And then what we're going to do once we've done that is we're going to deal with it. We're going to rejoin our friends. And I'm not going to excuse that you've made a mistake, but I'm also not going to persecute you for it because you're probably doing that to yourself. So I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to be quiet. And then when you're ready, you start talking.
It will probably take a few minutes. Kind of in that.
Yeah. So friends, when he sits down, he's going to sit and angle himself. So he's bulk. He's next to Florian, so he's got that sort of that warmth next to him. But he's also going to see out the corner of his eye when the rest of them are approaching, because he wants no disturbances to this, because he wants to let him get it all out first.
Yeah, I think that in the few minutes where it takes Florian to at least say anything, he'll kind of like notice the blood splatters, like on his arms and everywhere, and just try and wipe them off. And then we just kept using that well. Yarok told us how it worked, and it would never send us to really where we were all meant to be thinking, so I've been thinking about it for a while, using it and potentially getting to my sister in and out, saving her that way. It was just by happen chance that I had the well, we were somewhere safe, and I decided to use it. Now, I'm not sorry that I used it. We now have more of an understanding of how it works, I think, or doesn't work. But I ended up in the abyss, pretty much right next to that demon you just saw. Started running, would be no use and that I couldn't run forever. Decided to talk. He smelt the devil on me, and he also smelt the ex-friend on me as well. At the time, obviously very scary, and I did the best to try and survive, and her name seemed to hold a bit more gravitas for me to somehow get back here. We did, and the first thing he wanted to do was kill everything in sight, even though I tried to stop him. He had some kind of command on me, some kind of magic, and I just couldn't help myself. He told me to do something, and I did it. That's what I'm mad about. We hurt people. We hurt the bad people, not the good people, not the mischievous people. The bad people. That's not what I did in there. It was for his ill gain and his whim. I knew what I was getting into, but what are the chances that the first time you jump back into that well, you come back right back to Dar? Everywhere we've been. The hells. The past. The future. The in-betweens. Right back here? I was hoping I could jump through and then just end up right back on that beach with all of you to prove to you how it worked. But it didn't. And the pact was that I help him by any means necessary, and also, hopefully, for him not to kill any of you at the same time. That part worked.
So you made a deal with him?
Well, I just thought we might be jumping about in time to time, plane to plane through that well. And
I think
by
the
luck,
important
just end up
part-
in the hells.
But I think the important part is you made a deal with him, didn't you?
I did. Is he now looking for me? Is he still on the path of looking for the devil?
Well, he might be a bit cross because me and Mr. Yorick managed to banish him. Mainly Mr. Yorick, actually, because my spell was starting to fail. But I suppose for now, he's gone. So, what happened to the well?
He was too strong. When we jumped through, I tried to do what we normally do and take it, but he's got it, so. It didn't work straight away, though, when I got to the abyss, so it seems like there's some kind of delay on it from working again. And it's never put us in the same place twice, so. Hopefully, if we bump into him, he's potentially already killed Fiona, which I think means the pact is through, because that was what the end goal was. Or he might try and make his way up here again and search for me, but I'll deal with that when that comes. But
Well, I think this experience might point to the fact that we need to deal with things better as a group. But
it just took so long to try and save my sister. And then my mother being there. 2 family members I haven't seen in years. And we put that off for so long to do so much for everything else. And Yeah, I was selfish. I was reckless, as I'm sure some of them will say.
Well, when we go back to them, and we are going back together, this is not negotiable. They're not going to say anything today because this is what I am going to decide. Now, I'm not going to say to you that they're never going to, that there's not going to be any comeback from this, because there absolutely is. But I think that there is nothing that any of them can say at this point that will do more damage to you than what you're thinking about yourself already. And you're going to have to live with what's happened. But
I am.
But you're not going to have to do that alone. I'm going to help you. And what I want you to do, Lorian, is I want you to come and talk to me. And we can sit and you can just talk and you can get your thoughts out. And then if you want guidance, I can see if I can offer you some of the wisdom that I've picked up. But if these burns on my face are anything to go by, you need to rely on your friends. Now, I haven't been with you very long, but you need to rely on them. Because if you keep herring off recklessly on your own, you're going to end up dead. And if you're dead, what use are you to your mum and your sister? And the answers that you're seeking, you'll never find them. You need to be alive to seek those answers.
That is true. Thank you, friends. You're a very good and kind, gentle soul.
Well, I tried.
One question I've got to ask first, though, is, and because I did not notice what was going on, but why did Celeste have her hand in between the road and my fist?
I think that was a very misguided attempt to stop you punching the floor. Didn't work though, did it?
No, I was angry and frustrated.
Mr. Trellador said that we should just let you get it out of your system, and I think he's probably right. But you know what Miss Celeste is like. So, I think that perhaps the only thing that we need to do when we go back to the group is you make your heartfelt apologies, because frankly the apology you gave before you came over here was a little bit piss poor and I'm a little bit disappointed in you. But that's besides the point. So, and also, I will talk to you about this later when we have one of our chats, but we met a really cool dragon. A really cool dragon, and I'm really excited. So, if you need a minute, we can have another couple of minutes here, but I think if we need to make our way back in there, because if this chappie that you met has still got the well, we only may have a few hours to vacate the area. And I'm thinking that because of what happened in that bar, that it might not be too healthy for us to stay in the city.
Sure, I mean, what are the chances? It's got to be something like 1 in 100, right? And it's going to be ending up in the same place?
Well, I mean, if he's a full power demon lord, and he managed to get you back to Dar with one try, what's the reckoning that he might not be able to do that because he's got a connection to you again? So, but that's besides the point. That's sort of later's problem. So let's just go and rejoin the rest of them. When you're ready, if you need another minute or two, I'm happy to wait. But we need to rejoin them, and I think that we need to make tracks, because we need to not be in this city by nightfall, especially considering what's happened in that bar.
Right, yeah. As friend says that, even though you said that, I felt like this this control, this weight what I had on me, what I didn't realise I had,
Yeah.
disappeared.
Well, I didn't say
it-
that. What I said was the pressure
pressure,
that you hadn't
pressure.
noticed sort of
Yeah,
releases.
yeah. Does it still feel like
I mean, you can
he's like knowing how like I make connections with my sister?
make an
stuff
insight
like
check.
Make an
Insight check yourself.
24.
24.
I know myself pretty well.
Yeah. There is still something there. You have made a deal, an accord, a bond with the demon. You suspect that that's still in effect.
Yeah.
And as you realise this, we'll take a quick break and grab a drink because it's quite late. It's like 10 past 9 already. So, yeah, we'll be
Therapy takes time.
back after these capitalist sponsorship messages that are urging you to buy all of the cheap tat that you didn't know you wanted until just now. So, go do that, I guess. I don't know. welcome back. I hope you bought lots of interesting things that you'll regret very soon.
Yay,
Anyway.
capitalism.
Jumping back in, we find the group reconvening on the street near the Drovers Inn, where the massacre has just occurred. What would you like to do?
I'm still guarding Yorick. I think of like a Secret Service agent guarding the president. Yeah, exactly. Because no one's told me it's over yet.
I'm going to attempt to bandage up my hand as best I can.
Okay.
Put in fingers back in right positions if they're still not correct.
Oh, they are definitely not correct, no. And some of them are quite squishy. Like the bones are just like mashed into powder. Or
I'm gonna
burglars.
make myself kind of a splint for each finger and bandage it up as best
Okay.
I can.
Maybe-
If I need help, then I'll ask Yorick.
I think you would need help to try and splint your own hand.
Yeah,
For sure.
I'll over and
Okay, I'll say with a pair of you doing it, just make a quick medicine check. Either one of you with advantage. I would say Yorick should make it.
okay. Sure. 20. Please.
20. Okay. Yeah, not a problem. It takes a while, but you get it splinted up. You suspect that some of the bones just will not regrow. There's just so much damage there. Yeah, you suspect that most of this hand will be fairly useless, even with the splints and the healing. It's probably not going to recover. Yorick, you've seen injuries like this before, where large drakes have squashed people. It's not pleasant, but it's one of the realities of rock and a hard place, literally. So, that being done, is anybody else doing anything? Just need to roll that.
Still guarding Yorick.
Good to know. So,
Thank you all.
okay, sorry.
I'm going to get back into the tavern, just have a look around, see if there's anyone possibly still alive in there that might need.
I'd already checked that and there wasn't.
Celeste
Okay.
did already check that. It is literally just a piles of limbs, heads, torsos. The only body that is complete is Feltis, but that's had his neck broken. The place is just blood and bits of people.
We should just leave.
Anybody else's Discord keep reading?
Nope.
No.
No.
No, absolutely not. All right.
We're still outside the city at the moment, or we were.
Oh, are we? I thought.
I thought you were
No,
walking back.
You were having a minute, and you were going to tell me when you were ready to go back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd have just kind of stood up and like nodded at you after a minute or so, and we just started walking back.
Cool.
Florian, make a Melissa can as well. Actually, make a quick perception check for me.
Mine's 16.
16,
20.
20. Florian, you see, as you're walking back into town, well, it's not unusual to see new temples here, but there's quite a few people walking around with an emblem you recognise. The god of the waters, Peladas. Melissa, you see the temple towards the river, dedicated to Peladas. Large, Looks like a lot of money's been spent here. There are guards outside the front door of the temple with Peladas's insignia on a brooch, beautiful silver brooch with wave symbols across it, with these beautiful flowing blue cloaks. And they don't have the traditional guard's pike and a shield or a sword. They just have 4 daggers, 2 each side of their chest, as they stand there with their arms crossed.
Is that High Priest Snow?
I,
Of course it is.
I
I
think
mean-
Snow's been busy whilst we've been gone. I'm not sure if it's still going to be safe here. I don't think Dar's ever safe.
Are you
But
either of you pointing this out to the rest of us?
yeah, I'm probably pointing it to it as I'm saying that Snow's been busy.
Yeah, she'll roll her eyes and mutter wet paws in their coin.
Should we go
Yeah,
and see if he's home?
Um,
Yeah, why don't we go say hello?
Do you think you're important enough to get an audience?
probably going to have to cross the river. I don't know where we're headed. Madame?
Do we ever know where we're headed?
True.
Not particularly. I don't know. We could check Midwoods to see if
See if you're...
Dorian's family is there.
That might be the way to go. We need to get across the river.
so
Well, we could always ask Snow to take us across in his lovely little boat.
If he's here.
Or that other guy, the funny one. The one that used to like bow to Snow and stuff. I can't remember his name, but he was really funny.
He died.
Because he died.
I mean,
I thought he died.
He did die.
did he?
Yes.
Oh, I must have missed that.
So, Florian and Ferenz, as you come back into town, past this temple, and join your compatriots up the street, what would you like to do? There are Celeste, you see a young lad, obviously some sort of tavern worker, with 2 armed guards, like city militia or something, saying, no, it's true, there were 2 of them, and they just like slaughtered everyone, and I got out of a window.
We need to get Florian out of here.
Right.
I'll deal with this. And I'm going to kind of shake myself awake and go over to the guy and the guards.
Yep.
Is everything all right here?
And the guard said, we're just going to investigate a disturbance. It wasn't a disturbance, they murdered people.
Yeah, there was a... I don't know what one of the cults here was doing, but it looked like some kind of devil or demon had been summoned.
There
We've
was
managed
just
to...
like 2 blokes. There was one big one and one not so big.
Very tall, taller than any elf you've ever seen.
Yeah, long
Long,
black hair.
shaggy hair.
Yeah, big
Yeah.
sword. Just like cut people in half.
He was a demon. You'd
Oh.
best be glad that you managed to get away from him.
Yeah, there was
We've
another bloke with a
Dealt with the
stick.
situations. We suspect he may have been under the demon's thrall.
Right. God, sir. So, what you're saying, don't know why I'm doing West Country accents for the guards. It's not the right accent. Jesus, the dwarves have infected my brain. Right, sorry. So y'all are saying there was a demon, right?
Yeah. We've
So-
managed to seal and banish it,
Right.
but it would seem that, what was the name of the tavern?
The Drovers Inn.
Most of the people that drove us in have been rather unfortunate.
Right, so if we was to... these demons are gonna... Which cult was it?
We're not sure, but I do know the demon's name, but it's not one you're going to want to hear out loud. Here,
Well,
I'll find
why
a
don't
piece.
we just not say demonic
Yeah.
names, just in case?
Precisely.
Things are... this is Dar. Many things happen. So let's just roll that back.
Oh, definitely.
So-
But yeah, we're not sure of a cult. We didn't really want to go in and disturb the bodies. We unfortunately got sucked into it all. I mean, and I motioned to the probably quite nasty welt on the side of my face.
Okay, make a persuasion check with advantage.
Melissa, using charisma,
Indeed.
it's unheard of.
Use your powers for good, young one.
Interesting. I rolled with advantage and rolled 2 17s for 28.
Jesus. Guards tonight. Okay, well, y'all go get that seen to, and just leave the tavern to us. We'll sort that out.
Right, if we come this way, guys.
Is Florian being hidden or just walking
as we
inside?
came back into town, Floren's got a spare sort of like scale trimmed cloak which he would have put around him, because obviously he's in bright red.
Yeah.
Obviously, Floren's got like a very sort of standing muted colour cloak which he just put around him with a deep hood.
Okay. Make a.
And he's going to sort of shield him with Friends is a big dude.
Yeah.
So he's just going to sort of make sure that he's shielding Florian from view.
Okay. Make a stealth check, please, Florian, with advantage because Ferenz is helping you.
Okay, yeah, I think like after the chat and everything, I think I'd have a bit more of a mind back, so I'd see what he's doing and see with everything going on. Oh, natural 14 and then a natural 20.
Nice. Yeah, not a problem.
So, yeah.
The kid doesn't even notice you as you go past. He's too busy, like, demons, roar. So, yeah, the two guards take him to the Drovers Inn after telling Melissa to go get her face seen to, ignoring the rest of you. So, what's the plan? You seem to have successfully
The water
evaded.
temple.
Let's get out of here.
Just my 10 pennies, though. If you murdered innocents, don't you think you should own up for it and take your punishment? And killing monsters is fine, but killing innocents is not.
How about we just shelve this for today? We will deal with it another day. We need to focus on what matters. We need to exit this city to be as far away from here as possible by nightfall. I understand that many of you have probably got something to say to our friend here, but we're not doing this today, and this is my decision. And you will. I don't ask for much, so please just listen this once.
Let's get out of Dar.
Who put 20 silver in for ends?
Awesome. 20 silver. Okay, so your plan?
Water temple.
Water
Heads
temple.
towards the temple, try and find a way out of the city.
Well, just to see, if Snow is there. Because, cameo appearance.
Okay. So you walk up to the temple. The guards, there are two of them. They are Tabaxi, treading waters.
Of course.
So standing, look at you, approach. Has anybody got religious regalia? I know probably Yorick has.
Mhm.
Ferenz, yes.
Thrones is covered in dragon scales, and
Okay.
like his pendant is front and center. It always is.
Melissa?
This has not got, well, isn't explicitly religious, but she's still in the Temple of the Broken Heart colours.
Right.
So
Okay.
I've got my
she
axe,
may be,
but I don't know.
she may
how.
be tweaked as that.
Okay. So as you approach, one of the guards they're both sort of leaning sort of casually against the door frame. One of them sort of stands up, sort of has a bit of a stretch. So, what is it you want with the
Hello.
God of the waters?
Is Snow about?
We're looking for Snow on the riverbank.
He's a friend of ours.
Is he? That's
Yeah.
very interesting. So,
He used to take us riding about in his boat.
oh, does this one never shut up?
No.
I'm afraid not.
Right. So, what is your name, loud one?
What, me?
Yes,
I'm Gus.
you're Gus.
Gus.
Okay, Gus. You wish to see Snow. Is this correct?
Yeah.
Okay, why?
Because he's a friend and we want to say hello.
He's afraid. Okay. Okay, I will see if this friend would like to see you. Wait
I'll
here.
pull out my dagger that Snow left with me before.
As you pull out your dagger, two daggers immediately at your throat. What are
It's
you
like you
doing?
want to get stabbed again, Celeste.
What are you doing?
The
Show
Snow
you
made
something that Snow
little necklaces or something.
left me this dagger before he went on his
That's very nice.
crusade.
Now put it away.
The necklaces that Mia made for us. Jameson?
Oh, right. I thought Snow made us something when we were on the boat. No? Okay.
So,
No, it's fine. Ignore my contributions. You've only kept us safe repeatedly.
Oh, I knew about your necklace. I just thought Snow had made something of that.
so, Gus,
Yarp.
wait here with your companions. I will see if your friend Snow wishes to meet with you.
Righto. Thank you very much.
And he sort of saunters away into the doorway. You can hear sort of whispers. And he comes back out and leans against the doorframe. We will know soon enough.
Okay. What does that mean?
It means you wait here until
Oh,
you
okay.
know.
No problem.
Or you can fuck off. It's up to you.
Okay.
About 5-10 minutes pass. And there's a commotion inside. And you can hear various bodies moving about. Lots of people, it would seem. Hushed whispers.
I've still got the scarf on, by the way, that Snow gave me.
Okay. And a slightly changed Snow walks out of the door. So, my friends,
Oh!
how are you? You are still alive.
Just
Very
about.
good. You are very tall. Very good. Well done.
We
Mother,
found
yeah.
ourselves in there, so we thought we'd come and say hello. As we
Ah,
saw this big temple to Pelidas.
you have seen the Lord's temple. Yes, it's good.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Yes. We have been very busy spreading the word of Peladas amongst his children.
Yes, you like doing that, don't you?
Soon all of the waters of the land will be ruled once more by Peladas, as is his right. So, what can I do for you, my friend? Madame Miette, it is a pleasure to see you once more.
I will put out my paw, kind of all imperial, like from to kiss type of thing. Knowing he won't do it because that was never the way, but
No.
still.
He sort of looks at you and goes, really? We're still doing that? Psst.
I will wink.
So, it's good to see you. Is there a... You look interestingly damaged.
We've had some run-ins.
Still
You
fighting
met
the
our
good fight.
demon lord who went around killing everybody.
The
Yeah.
demon lord. And you are still alive. Good work,
Yeah,
Gus.
well, we managed
So,
to get back. Or Yorick did. He was very clever.
Right.
the
He
same
left
can't
just
be
as it-
said of Faustus.
He left
Feltis?
just as it was getting interesting.
This is Ferenz, by the way.
Ah, Firenze. Very nice to meet you. I don't think I've ever met somebody like you before.
He likes dragons, which is a good thing.
Does he?
I do like dragons, yeah.
It's really weird. He showed up and became our friend just right after you left.
Really? What,
Strange how these things work out, isn't it?
what amazing coincidences that happen every day if you
So I'll
look for it.
stroking my beard and go, conspiracy beard.
If it makes you feel any better, they've continued to have harrowing, life-threatening experiences like they apparently had when you were adventuring with them.
Normally, they would be kept alive by my skills and daggers. And of course,
do not
Celeste
know.
healing.
Well, I've taken over some of the slack there. I can heal quite well as well.
We've been
right.
on some adventures.
Well,
We did stop a war between the dwarves and the dragons. That was good.
We did, yes. That was an
Interesting.
achievement we did.
That
interesting.
news hadn't reached her yet.
No, possibly not. But as I say, I have been very busy. We have been.
Of course.
We also met Paladas's mother.
And sister.
We certainly met his sister. She was
And I may
Which
want-
rather unpleasant.
which sister?
Twin.
Oh,
And I may or may not have made her quite angry.
oh, so you fit in really well with this lot then. Making
it would have
powerful people angry is a sort of trademark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
As
met.
this going on, I'll look over at the guard and just go, told you so.
The guy goes, fuck off.
Your guards are very rude.
Mr.
They
Snow,
are supposed
Which one he
to
wanted.
protect me. I wish them to be rude for a reason.
so
We spread the word through the trade routes. The temple is. There have been several attempts on my life. So we are.
I could imagine they would not have
So-
gotten very far.
You can handle yourself quite well. I got myself a god, by the way.
I
Did
mean,
you
from,
now?
From the way they described you, with the attempts, were they even able to find you? Because apparently you're quite good at not being found.
One of them did breach the temple.
Right.
He was very good. It was a shame to kill him, but he was not to be turned to our way of thinking. He was a little unhinged.
So
Unhinged in what way?
Well, he was quite mad. Kept insisting that I joined some cult, and that Peladas was an impostor and not to be trusted. So I killed him.
So, am I given to understand that with your temple being on the river, that you control passage across it?
Absolutely.
So, if we were to want to journey to the other side, would you be able to facilitate that for us?
Of course. For a very small fee.
I was
Have you
about to ask
got
how
your
much.
boat?
Sorry, Gus?
Have you still got your boat? That good one that runs by itself?
Unfortunately, that had to go on a different mission.
Oh, that's a shame. I like that boat. It was nice.
That's not what you said last time. In
Isn't
fact,
it?
I remember all of you refusing to get back on the boat.
No, I did. I got on the boat because I liked the boat. But then I got told to get off it again.
That is true. You were the
Was it
only
in any-
sensible one, Gus. And by
That's
sensible,
true.
I mean,
I am the brains of the organisation.
oh dear. So,
He has
well,
had a run of good ideas lately.
So,
It
so
is
how,
very intimidating.
Gus?
Yes.
The strangest of times we live in.
Interesting. So, you wish
who
to
wishes
cross the
to
river.
get across? Yeah.
So, for a very reasonable fee, I can have you ferried across the river. It's not a problem.
What would that
How
be?
much is that?
You do mates rates though, right?
Absolutely. The mate rates are very reasonable indeed.
I'll just take out one of my bags of gems and just say, "Will this do?"
Absolutely.
There you go.
Puts it in a pocket. So, I was going to ferry you across for free, but as you have already paid me a large bag of gems, then you get...
They're only shiny trinkets anyway. I don't mind.
This is true. These shiny trinkets will pay for many conversions.
I will cross off one of my bags of gems.
Okay.
Conversions.
That was 6 sapphires and 5 rubies.
Nice.
Even
So-
Melissa and friends just kind of meet eyes for a moment on that, but don't say anything.
Yeah. So,
Brenda's still got a massive smile, like on his face, but like he literally just looks at Melissa at the corner of his eye, and she will see just the slightest raising of his eyebrow.
so my friends, may the Lord Peladas bless you and keep you, and ensure you're safe. And he pats a pocket with a pouch of gems in. Safe passage across the river into the unknown. So come
Thank you.
see, and he points out a small barge sailboat painted in blue with sort of cresting waves detailed along the sides of it. Says, take this one, tell them that I sent you, and they will take you across the river, no questions.
Lovely to see you again.
The master's name is, well, the same as all of our boat masters. They are all called Clouds. So speak to Clouds. He will take you across the river. And now I must, of course, be about the business of conversion and spreading the word of Peladas, so that the unbelievers know the truth of all of his glory.
Yeah, definitely not culty, mate. It's fine.
Absolutely.
That's for Europe.
No, all of these others, cults. Strange, bizarre, very odd rituals they have, but
The truth of Dar.
the Lord Pelodas is the true.
Every temple's a cult except for your own.
Well, quite. And as this one is mine, and it is the biggest, or will be.
Right,
I'm
should we
thinking
go
of-
across the river?
I'm thinking of renaming the city soon.
Right.
Enjoy
I think
yourself.
it sounds a lot better than dar, because that's quite boring, isn't it?
I was thinking of calling it snow.
It's a bit confusing because that's like a weather as well, isn't it?
My brain went completely different. The city of snow.
I was thinking from Dar to Das, from
No,
Pallet
no,
Das.
no drugs problems here at all.
Absolutely
Nope.
not.
Florian has been very, very quiet,
Okay.
and just again skulking in the back with this very nice robe that Feren's put on him. How much more unhinged does Snow seem from the last time? He has been speaking quite normally-ish, but as obviously you said, he came out quite changed. And
Okay, make an insight check.
Okay, inside checks.
yeah, insight check. That is a 19.
19. At first, he seemed kind of fairly normal for Snow, and then he started mentioning the conversions and the renaming the city, and you recognise that, yeah, he's taking on
Peladas
aspects.
rubbing off him.
Yeah, he's taking on aspects of Peladas, so he's becoming a little more unhinged than when you remember him.
Has his fur changed yet?
It's really quite strange. His fur is still the same, but you can see hints and speckles of blue in it, which is very odd. And there's just the hint of with the treading waters. There's always that smell of the river. But this is different. This is like a salty, salt water smell rather than the riverbank smell that you're used to. And it's really quite different and quite strange.
Well, I will try and keep them safe and make sure they can come and see you again, Mr. Snow.
My thanks for that, tall person. Firenze, yes.
Lorenz, yeah, that's right. That's right. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice to meet you.
Indeed, you should consider perhaps coming along one evening to the temple for a bit of a chat.
Well, maybe, but I'm spoken for. I guess it's.
That is unfortunate.
He's not going to join your cult, Snow.
It's not a cult, Yorick.
Dindar.
Just as much as of a cult as the god that you worship.
Arguably, but I'm not going round trying to get recruits, am I?
I am merely spreading the word of Peladas.
You recruited me.
I think. I mean, in fairness, all religions have got their quirks. So yeah.
Okay, we will leave it at quirks.
I think because otherwise we're going to get into rude territory, and we don't
I
want to
think
do that.
I don't think we have the time to debate philosophical, religious ideals just now.
Because there's no point in arguing with an extremist, is there?
Absolutely not. And the dwarves of Rios are well known for their open-mindedness.
Yep. This one is.
Absolutely.
Anyway, good to see you, mate. Take care. Thanks for the lift.
No worries. Try to stay alive, huh? He wanders back into the temple. Apologies for butchering your accent.
It's all good.
I forgot how much Yorick really didn't like Snow / Peladas until it's like, oh, there you go.
Yeah, there was a little bit of knocking of heads there, wasn't
Tension?
there?
Yeah. So I just want to stay quiet and go, like, can we get out of earshot of Temple
Yeah.
before we start slagging them off?
Yeah.
Nope. That's not the
So we
dwarven
should-
way.
That's
Right, come
Sounds
on,
great.
let's
So-
get across this river then.
You wander down to the boat that Snow pointed out for you. And, yeah, it's big enough to take all of you. Clouds, the boatmaster, is a young treading waters tabaxi. His crew of 3 get the boat ready for you. When you say you're from Snow, he doesn't question it and ferries you across the river to a new looking dock on the other side of the river. This has obviously been built, and again it has the symbol of Peladas on it. It looks like Snow has been busy recruiting the Treading Waters clan and all of their staging posts as, yeah, it looks like a takeover of the Treading Waters clan is in progress.
And he's upgrading / renovating all facilities.
Yep. It looks like a lot of money is being spent. So those of you that know Snow would be, unsurprised at his money-making skills, but surprised he's spending it quite so freely. So, you get across the river, you debark or disembark. It's probably a better word, an actual word.
I like the boat.
Yeah, you jump off to boat, and yeah, we'll leave it there for today.
Cool.
With you on the other side of the river opposite Dar, or Snowtown as it's going to be called fairly soon.
I still think it should go from Dar to Das.
No,
I mean, yeah, but
Snowtopia.
Snowtopia, nice. Peladacia.
Peloton.
Peladacia. That's a good one.
No, it's Snowtopia, but it's in the vein of Alexander the Great. So there's just like 5 Snowtopias.
Snowtopala.
Yeah, it's a
So
franchise.
Alexander the Carnival, right?
I think that's the first time we've ended a session in probably about 3 or 4 with nobody jumping in a well.
Yeah, indeed. Well done.
We're
Well
basically
done.
just guys.
Oh, well, you would have jumped in it otherwise.
Pelodopolis.
Well, how do you know that somebody hasn't jumped in the well?
See,
Yeah.
that's the problem of not having it. At least if we had it, we knew if it was being used or not. Now it's like an unknown timer until a demon pops up behind us
Mm-hmm.
with a scorta saddle.
Yeah, we'll just add it to the list. It's fine.
The list is pretty long in
Let
fairness.
me my complaints, damn it.
I mean, to
Go,
be fair,
the
you've
demon,
dealt
oh,
with
no,
some of
it's
them.
Melissa.
Some of
And
them
in
you've
fact-
dealt with.
I think we need a few more levels before we can deal with that guy.
Yeah, but in fairness, if we can engineer a situation where sort of, Balo can just basically become our go-to jailer.
Yeah, but he wanted
We,
Lurk,
we
so
put a lot of reliance on some very
Bad people.
reliable beings.
Well, we trust Gus, so, we've got form.
Yep.
I mean, Gus is the brains of the outfit, plainly. So,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't suppose we level up.
what level are
We
you?
haven't really done anything, have we? We sat on an island and then.
I mean, we've survived a lot of time jumps.
We did
not
make
being
it
killed
through
by
the Temple of Amash.
Well, I suppose Florian did get a lot of experience for slaughtering all those people in that inn.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Florian's now 5 levels higher than
Or,
us.
Yeah.
or at least enabling it. It's a funny
Yeah.
word, isn't it? Enabler.
Enabler.
I'm going to say no,
Not
not yet.
oh,
But
It's been a while since anyone asked. So.
always good to ask. So, cool. Right. Let's do some conspiracy bearding, shall we? Who would like to go first on the conspiracy beard front?
Snow is the BBEG.
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. Any reasoning behind that, or just because?
Just little too expansionist for my liking. Going to start converting and taking over and moving into other ports.
Yeah, and if anyone doesn't support Perdas, they just get killed.
He's not starting to convert. He is converting.
So,
Forcibly.
I think Florian is still controlled by the demon and just playing the long game.
yeah, I'd agree with that. I think if Florian and the demon are in close proximity again, orders may be given.
Slaughter your companions in their sleep.
If they're on different planes at the moment, he's sort of free of the control. But if they become the same plane again,
I mean, the pact is still in play, isn't it? Nothing about him being banished broke the pact.
Yeah, but it's just the same situation as if we get into the same room as Fiona. We're just gonna have a different person to deal with.
Yeah.
So we've got multiple issues within the party where
I think we could solve a
Basically,
couple of issues just if we top Florian.
Yes.
And
Yes.
the thing is, we keep throwing problems at our problem, hoping that will fix it.
And all we end up with is with a big pile of problems.
Florian's was a very logical fix, so don't die and try and get back.
well, what you
So it's the going in the first place, which is illogical.
but the thing is,
What you did was absolute cowardice. Made a deal with a demon lord to save your skin.
to be fair,
But also to kill Fiona. A big problem.
the deal's not the problem. It was the specificity of the lack of specificity of the deal that was the problem. It was left way too wide open, with way too much leeway and way too much power given to the demon lord.
Okay, the next time one of you jump in the well to the abyss and try and make a deal under pressure.
The well we haven't got.
Yeah, we because
Well, none of us, the rest of us probably would do that, to be fair.
I'm not
Unless
saying
somebody told Gus to do it.
I think the dwarves could have possibly ended up in the same situation.
Oh yeah, very easily.
At least them two would have been together.
Again, I will just specify a lot of not going to save my family for obvious reasons, but a very much burning up inside frustration and wanting to do something different rather than going in the same circle.
I have no problem with what Florian did at all. I think it's completely justified, and it seems like a logical sequence of events for Florian to do that.
And essentially, it's Yorick's fault for not explaining how the well worked properly when he did identify.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that's a
Because
bit of a stretch.
because the multiple times we jumped into it and never ended up where we wanted to go, didn't give you a clue.
No, because Florian's mind was we were never thinking of the same place at the same time.
That's not technically true because on 3 occasions we actually actively said we're all going to think of the same place at the same time, and
But
we
did
actually
we?
did.
But did we?
It takes practice.
It takes. See?
He has to convince us how it works.
I think
Yes. Sorry, go on, Jake.
Florian is an idiot and an arse, but Melissa is in no camp to be throwing stones in this glass house that she's in. So,
All right then.
yeah, I think
You're perfect, so you're an idiot.
yeah, exactly.
Conspiracy, though, kind of ish, is that we now have potentially 2 PBEGs that we only fight one of because one kills the other, or we have 2 to fight at the same time.
It's
Unless he comes back
highly,
looking for you first.
it is highly unlikely that we'll fight them at the same time, unless they are actively fighting each other. It's going to be nigh impossible for a demon and a devil to get along.
Knowing our luck, we will fight one,
Yes,
and then while we're still beaten to a crap and bloody, the other one
the
will
other
turn
one
up.
will show up. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it'll go.
I was fully up for fighting that thing if banishment didn't work.
Well, so was I, but I kept on missing it.
And it wouldn't have been just it was fighting, it would have been Florian as well. Because
Oh, I had plans to knock you out. Don't
Not a
worry.
problem with that.
I love all the. Well, yeah, we have plans to do that. No problem.
Florian was saying, just let it leave. Trellador was going, yeah, just listen to Florian. And like, but there was no way Yorick was going to let that thing just walk through the city, murdering whoever it
No,
finds.
absolutely not.
Never going
But we want to clear the streets. Because if we got into the portal that held happy days, let them fight it out.
Yeah, there's no guarantee it could then enter.
True.
no, and
Well,
Florian didn't know that, but he knew that they came out of that mountaintop from the hells. So it was, I had a way just to get him out of the city as quickly as possible.
Oh, I fully intended for him to carve his way out of that city.
Oh, 100%. It's like, I honestly, I knew potentially how it would go, and my thought throughout this whole past week has been hand on sword, bullshit your way out of whoever's come down those stairs, and just try and get out. And then as soon as you said you recognise him and what bar it was, I was like, we're all fucked.
Yeah, so the great and wondrous Feltis is dead. I'm a bit upset about that.
You were the one that teleported the demon into his basement.
No, I wasn't. That was
No,
the
I
dice.
rolled a die.
That was
Yeah.
the dice. It was an
You were the
option.
one that put that option on the
Yeah,
list.
oh, absolutely. But, you know, I'm a bit upset that Feltis is dead because I really enjoyed him as a character. And, yeah,
He's
an
dead,
information broker as well. So,
Anything's possible.
If banishment hadn't have worked, I had one last roll of the die, which was planar binding, because that would then give me, if he'd have failed, it would have bound the creature to follow my instructions to the best of its ability.
could have been interesting.
I could have seen that going badly.
Oh yeah, it could have gone absolutely horrendously, but I mean, I could potentially have got the well off him and then ordered him to send himself back to the abyss.
Hey, I was willing to try 4 more times until I ran out of banishment slots.
And I've completely forgot. I've just remembered, if it wasn't for Florian making that deal and using that well and being able to go with him, you wouldn't have been back in this time altogether.
Yeah, we would.
Actually, technically not true, because we would potentially have still met
Oh,
Zimmerman
yeah.
and Gorilla.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I could have cast Thaumaturgy and shouted at him very loudly.
Nice. More of that from Gus, please.
Yes.
What I was so annoyed about is because he'd commanded me to kill someone and didn't specify it, I was more hung up with don't forget that he hasn't specified, and I forgot to try and use fucking Stunning Strike.
Yeah,
You forgot how to monk.
Yeah, you forgot your don't monk shit.
Yeah.
Never forget your don't monk shit.
But,
You got pretty lucky with a natural one on a save.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
but you never know though, do you? Like if you know it's going to be
Got to
high,
try.
you still got to
Got
try
to
it.
try.
I mean,
Yeah.
Think
there's
about
always that percent chance, isn't there? So there's always that natural one possibility.
I just
think
love
about
the-
Thagel with the ogre in the battle arena.
You've always got to try, because otherwise, what's the point of playing the game?
100%.
So,
And yes, the Reorc's banhammer is canon
yes.
for the banish.
I was just the visual of the cage of scales, and then it's beginning to fail, and the banhammer just smashing it into place.
Nice. It was, that was a clutch move. That was really cool. That was very impressive. So, your healer is down a hand. How do we think that's going to go?
Yeah,
Should
I
be
think
only
after
one
another
hand to
bit
cast Cure Wounds.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Misty, I didn't hear what you said there.
Got some ideas.
I was suggesting that she was taking after her mother a bit too eagerly.
Yeah. Oh, I like your flair. Good, well done. Give us a hand. Ha, 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 ha. Why, you've got one? Do you need both?
yes, it will be quite a test the next time a spell has to be cast.
The reasonableness coming out of Trelador was, for me,
Unusual.
unusual and
All I
Yeah.
needed,
a sign of growth, perhaps.
all I needed was one night on a luxury island just to chill the fuck out a bit.
Yeah.
And
One
some
day
time
without-
away from Florian.
Yeah, Florian.
Yeah.
Harsh.
Don't say he missed him.
Well,
No,
you
I
know,
wouldn't say that.
And then
Ferenz tried to marry him, so and that didn't upset you.
Or as
I-
the wonderful
know
saying
that.
goes, he
Wanna
did
put a
miss
ring
him,
on
but Zayn was brewing.
Yeah, he liked it, so he put a ring on it, or tried. But anyway, again, thank you all for playing. It's always a pleasure because I never know what the fuck you're going to do. It's great.
Thank you for DMing,
yeah.
because likewise.
Yeah,
Also,
that is very true.
yeah.
I have
I
a
am
vague
just gonna-
idea of what I'm going to do, but you know.
And I am just going to point out that obviously me and Chaz had a conversation, and I basically gave Snow into his care, so Snow is part of Pan and part of the world now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, Snow
And
is
goals.
now mine. So just be aware if you do leave the
I'm
campaign.
not sure if that's better or worse.
It's about
Yeah.
the same, I would imagine.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I gave a little bit of guidance on his motivations, and then I just went go for it.
Yeah, still can't decide if it's better or worse.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's
Yes.
worse. I think it's worse.
Yeah.
DM with a character has got bigger scope to do more mischief.
Well,
I mean, but
still not convinced.
I'm so reliable and trustworthy.
Of course.
I don't do shit like that. I
Uh-huh.
just put fun,
You're
interesting
relatively
challenges.
chaotic.
Yeah.
Snow's already stabbed me once, so where can it go from here?
We need a triggerable meme right now. Emotional damage.
Yeah. We need the banishment hammer meme.
A GIF in there. That'll do.
But yes.
Indeed. So, yeah, thank you very much for playing. It's always a pleasure. We are here Sunday for the resumption of Mayhem and Monasteries, or Monasteries and Mayhem, whichever way around you want to do it. Mainly Mayhem, to be fair. The Monasteries are... They appear occasionally, but there's a lot of Mayhem. So join us for that on Sunday. We will, of course, be back here on Tuesday for the other side of the river, the most dangerous place in the world. Or maybe just a trip up the side of the mountain. Who knows? So, if you liked it, thank you very much. You're fantastic. We love you. If you didn't like it, off you fuck. Bye.